There is some video floating around of the other perspective where you see what the fan was doing to him. Either way, he certainly shouldn't have lost his cool. But thankfully for the Steelers, they have a bit of leeway when it comes to making the playoffs. They can only get in by winning the AFC North, but they're up 2 games on the Ravens, so they only need a win against the Browns this week, or a Ravens loss to the Packers, or a win against the Ravens in Week 18. ESPN Analytics currently gives Pittsburgh a 93% chance. So those things are very likely, at least one combination or two of those happening. Mike Tomlin, though, was asked today about the Metcalf incident. Here's what he said.
He did explain to me why he did what he did, and I certainly don't condone the behavior, but I support DK.
From a football perspective, what do you lose if DK is not available specifically this week?
One man's misfortune is another man's opportunity. You can waste a lot of time pining for those that you don't have. As a leader, I think it's my job to work and prepare those that I do have.
What was your reaction when you saw that video?
I'll keep that to myself.
I love Mike Tomlin. Mina, if the suspension is upheld, how big of a deal is this for the Steelers just on the field these last 2 games?
This is a big deal. DK Metcalf, overwhelming target getter, throws over 10 yards, 37% of Aaron Rodgers' passes went to him. He has more than 3 times as many first downs as the next closest Steelers receiver. And you think about a Browns defense that loves to play man coverage. DK would be the answer against man coverage. Aaron loves to throw that go ball to him. If he's not there, the question becomes, who is that? They're still going to try to run the ball. I think Kenny Gainwell is still going to be a part of the passing game. But as far as throwing downfield, someone else is going to have to step up, and that's not been the case thus far. It's been the DK show in Pittsburgh.
To your point, MK, it's the worst possible time not to have him. And it's not because they don't have an opportunity to win these 2 games. It's because this team has been ascending the last 3 games, and he's been a part of that. Look, we just coming off of 4 weeks ago talking about this team having no identity, didn't know where this offense was going to go. They weren't making explosive plays. And in 1 week, it was Aaron Rodgers, the DK Metcalf in particular, that changed that volume on no passes over 15 yards. And you started to see this offense start matriculating and rolling, and he was a big part of that. MK, you just came off talking about the gravitational pull that Christian McCaffrey has. DK does this for them down the field, like you mentioned. So it's going to get harder for an offense that we've seen struggle for a large majority of this season, and I want to see how they're going to adjust. Obviously, the run game can be something that can be strong for the Pittsburgh Steelers if they can get that going. The one thing that players will tell you all the time, it is hard to play against the Cleveland Browns. I know they don't win a lot of games, and I know they're never a team that seemingly wins at the end of games, but most teams and most dudes that I talk to about this defense, they tell you it's usually one of the most physical and hardest games to play, and not to mention Myles Garrett plays for them.
Some Browns it's a good point.
I was going to say, he's got something to play for.
You're right. Okay, if you're wondering about TJ Watt, too, Mike Tomlin had no updates on him. Of course, he's still recovering from that collapsed lung. He said he's been in the building, but no game participation update.